Hi, yeah, can I order some food? Oh, the fight. Oh, he's hit him. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, can I, sorry, yeah, can I get the captain's cash of the day, please? The battered cod. Yeah, thank you. Fucking hell, lads. Hello and welcome to Late Night Live. My name is Joe. This is Stretford Paddock. We are here tonight again for Late Night Live. We're going to be looking at Harry Maguire's latest. We're going to be looking a little bit at the Europa League final, which has just finished over my shoulder. Also going to be looking at loads of stuff. A ghost has appeared on a building site. That's for sure. We know that for sure. There's no denying that. There's no doubts. There's no questions as to whether that's truthful or not. There's a ghost. It's on a building site. It's happening. We're going to be looking at Gabriel as well. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted. Romanio, Brazilian, has tweeted today that Gabriel is looking like United are after him. Also, we're going to be looking at a tortoise that set up a dating profile. It's as simple as that, Alex. A tortoise has set up a dating profile, so that's going to be your puns for tonight. That's what I want to hear from you. I want your football reptile puns. Football reptile puns. That's what we're going for. You can have deli alligator. Deli alligator. Do you get it? You can have, what's that one say? Under terrarium. Under Herrera. Get it? Under terrarium. You love that one. And Didier Frogbear. Now, yes, I know the eagle-eyed amongst you will say that a frog is an amphibian, not a reptile. But anything in that world, if it's kept in like a glass case, I want a pun about it. Football, reptile, puns. Simple as that. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? Oh, we've got a new sponsor tonight. Cans! There it is, look. Hey! Some posh ones again tonight. They were back on offer in Tesco. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts, boys. Cheers, lads. I've got some shorts on tonight, and they seem to find that very funny. But I don't think it's funny at all. Get out. They're not staying this week. I'm going to be writing down my football reptile starting 11 myself tonight. So get in the puns. I need your team names. I need your managers. I need your stadiums. I need goalkeepers, right backs, left backs, centre mids, right wings, forwards, left wings. You know the drill by now. Cheers, everyone. Do drink responsibly. And if you can't drink responsibly, don't drink. Right, tonight, Mo Salamander is going in at right wing. I have to take a bit more time to write these because last time I wrote them, I couldn't read any of them. Can't read that one again. Already made a mistake. Bye, guys. Edin Gecko, very good. He's going in up front. This coming out of the blocks, sharpish here. Edin Gecko, brilliant. Has the intro music stopped? It has. Very good. Well done, Joe. First story then. Let's get into it. We'll come back to your puns in a little bit. It's the moment we've all been hating for, isn't it? The moment we've all been hating for. No one wanted this time to come. This is the news, the sad news, the stressful news, the genuinely upsetting news to me. Ronald Komodo Dragon, he's the manager. Ronald Komodo Dragon. I'm not going to be able to read that later, and it's as simple as that. The distressing news that Harry Maguire, Manchester United captain Harry Maguire, has been arrested following an incident in Myokonos. Now, this was reported in the news this morning, but we're going to give you a few more details here tonight. Manchester United captain Harry Maguire has been arrested following an incident on the island of Myokonos on Thursday. The England defender, he's not a 20 defender, is he? The England defender, 27, is on holiday in Greece. First sentence. That's a paragraph by itself, by the way. On the BBC website, England defender 27 is on holiday in Greece. So far, so good. So far, this article seems like it's just going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be some holiday pics. It's going to be some snaps from the island of Myokonos. But then this happened. The Syros prosecutor's office said on Friday that 3 foreigners, I don't know to use that word anymore, but whatever, had been arrested after an alleged altercation with police officers in Myokonos. Maguire's lawyer, Konstantinos Derivas. Now, has that been appointed to him on the island, or did he just happen to have a lawyer with a very Greek name? Because if he did, something dodgy's going on there. Maguire's lawyer, Konstantinos Derivas, said he denies the allegations and is fully convinced he will be released without any charges. on Saturday. Maguire joined United from Leicester for 80 million. A world record fee for a defender. Don't bring the fee into it. Why are you making it worse? The club is aware of an alleged incident following Harry Maguire in Myokonos last night. United said in a statement on Friday, contact has been made with Harry, Maguire that is, and he is fully cooperating with the Greek authorities. At this time, he will be making no further comment. Greek police said that a statement that officers had tried to break up an altercation between two groups outside a bar and that 3 foreigners, again, we try not to use the word foreigners because it's got, it's been taken by some of the cultural baddies of the country. He had then verbally abused and assaulted one of the officers. The statement claimed that after arriving in Myokonos police station, the 3 arrested individuals strongly resisted, pushing and hitting 3 police officers, and that one of the detainees tried to offer money so that a trial against them would not be completed. The police say a file has been opened, which includes accusations of violence against officials, disobedience, bodily harm, insult and attempt of bribery of an official. It is not known specifically what Maguire has been accused of. United season finished with a 2-1 defeat by Sevilla in the Europa League. Okay, bookend it with some real bad news there for no reason. Why do we have to dig us out for losing to Europa League? By the way, we're going to get to that in a minute. As we see to my left now, Sevilla are claiming their medals for winning the Europa League. Sensational performance by Romelu Lukaku. We're going to be looking at that very soon. But this is the big story today, the main story. This is a story of Wayne Rooneian proportions, isn't it? This is the sort of thing we came to expect in the Rooney years, the Keane years, the Cantona years. Interesting, very interesting to me. Obviously, no one here at Stretford Paddock condones any sort of violence, any sort of attacking of any person, official, policeman or not. Of course, also we support, and I say we, I'm talking about myself, the notion of innocent until proven guilty. We'll see what's going on with this story. Very stupid at best, isn't it? If he has been getting into a fight. This whole thing, I don't necessarily buy into the whole, you're a role model, you should be better than the rest of the world, because it's hard to be better than the rest of the world, especially when you're being paid a load of money and when you've got a lot of pressure to do things that are extraordinary every week. Now, that doesn't mean you're allowed to go around hitting people, and it's got very serious in here, because it is very serious, this situation. But it does mean, I think, that we hold footballers to too high a standard now. Not getting into fights on holiday is not too high a standard. But the whole, this should never happen because they should be, they're the best of humanity, I think is a very difficult and problematic subscription to give to people who are just good at a sport. But yeah, let me know what you think to this one, actually. We're going to get back to the puns in a minute, but let me know what you think. Someone says, why haven't United got him a lawyer to get him out of a holding cell? We don't know that they haven't. The lawyer that was mentioned there may be the lawyer that was assigned to him initially, and it may be a lawyer from United. There's no way that United are just going to let him have this sort of assigned lawyer, is there? This is, a multi-million-pound asset to Man United. Even if you want to boil it down to the least sort of sympathetic and humanitarian view of all of this, you are still looking at an £80 million asset, which Man United don't want to get done. Someone says cultural baddies, yeah, and they've taken the word foreigner, which there's nothing wrong with the word or with the sentiment, but it has been twisted and sort of malnourished into being a go-to word of, let's face it, dickheads. Right. Moving on then, Maguire in the holding cell for another night. We'll get more of this story. It's going to be covered all over Stretford Paddock. Interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? Someone's saying, do you think his captaincy will get taken off him? I hope that United wait and see a little bit more of how the night unfolded, the story behind this, the charges, what charges are kept against him, what charges are dropped, what exactly happens. I don't think there's any point in any rash decisions from anyone. And a lot of people on Twitter, actually, now I'm getting a bee in my bonnet, a lot of people on Twitter saying he never should have been given the captaincy in the first place. All right then, who would you have given it to? And I saw someone say Bruno Fernandes, because he was there when Ashley Young left, wasn't he? He was at the club then. And if he has been, it would have been for a day. He wasn't there. You can't give the captain of Sporting Lisbon the captaincy of Man United. Bruno Fernandes didn't even exist when Harry Maguire was given the captaincy. Unbelievable. Right, let's get into some of these football reptile puns. We've got Peter Crunch. It's all right, but there's no real reptile in there. Who else we got? Martin Sturtle. Don't really know what that is. Sturtle? Not sure. Chris Komodo Dragon. Unbelievable, Jeff. Komodo is not quite the same as Kamara, is it? Edwin van der Snake. Yeah, we'll get that in there. going to read out your first team in a little bit. Van der Snake. John Pterodactyl. Is that like John Terry? We don't like John Terry particularly, but it's a good pun. It's a good pun. Pterodactyl. It takes a long time to write this out. Why isn't Alex here to write them out for me? James Addison, as in James Anderson. Am I an idiot for not knowing who James Anderson is? You mean the medium fast-paced bowler for England in cricket, all-time leading wicket taker? Is that what you mean? Eden Lizard, very nice. Let's get that in there. One more before we carry on. Turtle Vidal, perfect. You need a defensive mid in there. Perfect. Right, let's move on to our next story tonight because we've got a lot to get through here. And you know what? We're going to get through all of it. This one, a little bit sexist. This one. And it's not me saying that. Those are the words of Heat magazine. 129 ways to get a man. This is according to some 1958 device that was issued to the single women of the day. Easy Tiger. A huge list is split into sections that gives women of the 1950s a very detailed set of instructions explaining how to get a man, hook him, and keep him. This is one of the most sensational bits of literacy ever put to print, if you ask me. Dating in 2020 has certainly posed its challenges for those looking for love, as well as the spectre of a... Speaking of spectre, we're going to be looking at one in a few minutes that's wandered through a building site. A spectre of a global coronavirus pandemic. There's also the problem of maintaining social distance while trying to find your true love. And that's all before the usual pitfalls of online dating apps and making sure the object of your desire is worthy of your attention. Object. Always felt a bit uncomfortable with that term. Object of your desire. Opens the door for people having sex with baby bells, sofas, little plastic moustache and moustache combs that you get from the fair. Object. Can we not at least narrow it down to human? Human of your desire. It's a very much a rudimentary starting point for the sexual lust and you know, gratification therein. Let's go with human of desire. Well, ladies, think again. It seems the 50s was an even weirder time to be looking for the one. Not weirder, more sexist. But it's so ludicrous, we can laugh at it now. In today's section, we can laugh at it now. This is 129 ways to get a man if you're a lady in the 1950s. And I'm not going to go through all of them. Number one, get a dog and walk it. That's it, simple as that. Have your car break down in strategic places. Interesting. Some of the more exciting ones that I've had a look at. This one's very good. Don't be afraid to associate with some of the more attractive girls. They may have leftovers. This is a genuinely printed thing. Go back to your hometown. The wild kid next door may now be an eligible bachelor. Ooh, lovely to think about, isn't it? Stand in the corner and cry softly. Chances are that he'll come over and find out what's wrong. Write these down, girls. Don't let him finish your name for you next time you meet. Don't let him fish for your name, sorry, next time you meet. None of this guess who stuff. Unbelievable. Don't roommate with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level. It's sexism. It's absolute sexism. Number 33, just bizarre. Carry a hat box. Oh, right. What's going to be in that? Someone's phone number? Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Unbelievable, isn't it? Imagine... Oh, look at that stumbling, hat box carrying, whimpering roommate with someone who's rooming with an absolute pillhead. That's what you want, isn't it? None of this sad sack stuff. All of these things put together. Get lost at football games. Tell your friends you're interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. How can you be interested in getting married when you've never met anyone that you like? Surely one comes before the other. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. Get a government job overseas. Right, imagine if you did every single one of these, what an absolute psychopath you'd look. Get lost at football games. Don't take a job at a company run by women, but it has to be in the government overseas. Change apartments from time to time. Get a job in a convention bureau. You can't do all of these at once. Go on a diet if you need to. One of these, 58, get a sunburn. That's just, let's face it, skin cancer waiting to happen. That's the advice. Get a sunburn. Because all men like sunburnt women. Unbelievable. Someone says Didier Drogba. We're back to our football reptile puns. Kingsley Cobra. We've already got a left winger. We need a striker. Paulo Maldinosaur. Yeah, put him in. I'll put him in at centre-back for his later years. Paulo Maldinosaur. I'm not going to be able to read any of these. Virat Kohli. That's just an Indian cricketer. So, not really sure what that's relevant to there. Felipe Coutinho. Yeah, you're in. You're in, lad. Hard to remember these. Coutinho. It's just me tonight. Just me tonight, lads. Cheers while the cat's away. Brandon Williams like a cobra. That's the last one for now. Moving on to our next story. It's going to be a long one tonight, boys. Buckle up. This is Gabriel, the Angel Gabriel. Manchester United are looking to hijack a deal for Lille centre-back Gabriel. And this one is according to Fabrizio Romano. Ever heard of him? Gabriel update, he has not yet decided his next club. Arsenal still interested, flies. Manchester United are in contact with his agents, but no talks have started with Lille. At the moment, Napoli have not reached any agreement with Man City to sell Koulibaly, so they are still waiting. There's all sorts going on here. PSG are also apparently interested in him. Arsenal are interested in him and are ahead on the deal. United are in contact with his agent. Napoli want him, but only if they sell Koulibaly to Man City. It looks like United are interested. It looks as though as well that we aren't quite as interested as some of the other clubs in Europe in signing Gabriel. He's a young lad, 22 years old, I believe, plays for Lille at centre-back. Quick, pacey centre-back is something that United are keen to get because they need someone that can, run past Harry Maguire, which shouldn't be difficult at the moment, obviously. But yeah, that's what United are looking for, apparently. Gabriel looks to be taking shape. It's certainly at least in interest terms. And also what that does is gives us an indication that United are after a centre-back. So we don't know who it is. I mean, we know that Gabriel is obviously one of the options, but we're not quite sure who it will be yet. But we do know that United are after a centre-back because we're after Gabriel. Angel Gabriel, as I'll call him. Even if we don't sign him, I'll stop calling him that. If we do sign him, I'll keep calling him that. Simple as that. I'm not going to come up with a nickname for an Arsenal player. Don't get me wrong. Someone said, why is this a story? Because United are after a centre-back and we're United fans and we're interested in players who Manchester United buy. I would have thought. Someone said, are you Jesus? No. Tyrannosaurus Mings. Tyrannosaurus Mings. That's good. I've already got 2 centre-backs. I need a right-back. And I need some centre-mids. Dragon Fletcher, Angel Di Maria, and it's just the snake emoji. Odion Iguana, that's really good. But I've already got a striker. We need a central midfielder and a right-back. And we also need a team name. Give me your football reptile team name. Any sort of cold-blooded vertebrate I'll take. Cold-blooded vertebrates. An invertebrate. If it's to do with a slug, I'll take it. I'm not stupid. Rio Sperminand. Jamie Stanley, consider yourself banned from the channel. Sperm in hand. Right, moving on. Looks like United are after Gabriel, but Arsenal are still the favourites for that one. And it's going to be one of them, innit? We've seen already. United struggle to get deals done for a long time. It's going to take a long time. Every single deal. Sancho, we haven't even talked about him. This used to be the Sancho show for about 3 months. Nothing's happened. We haven't paid 120 million. That's what they want. We won't pay it just yet. That's the update on Sancho, if anyone wants an update on Sancho. Next story then. Penultimate story, and this one is a spooky one. This one is, I'm not going to say the word spooktastic, but someone's just said it. Hello? There's a ghost in a building site. A security firm in Birmingham was stunned when they claim CCTV picked up a woman eerily cutting across a central city building site in the dead of night. Now this is Birmingham for you. The CCTV of the ghost has baffled security. A security firm boss said he was petrified after claiming to have spotted a ghost woman in a white dress stalking a building site. A photo of the supposed ghost. Well, I mean, this does seem to be a photo of a supposed ghost, but, I have my suspicions considering, number 1, ghosts don't exist, number 2, no one saw it in real life, and number 3, it's just a lass in a dress. A supposedly ghostly apparition at the Birmingham building site has left many scratching their heads over whether it's genuine or a hoax. The eerie image baffled security bosses at the site on the Sherborne Street after movement triggered motion cameras. So it's not a ghost then, is it? Because would a ghost trigger a motion camera when you can pass straight through them? See, that's the sort of thing, you don't have to worry about that in the 50s. When people were coming up with ghost stories like years ago, and I'm talking not just years but yonks, which is even an even longer unit of measurement, it goes days, minutes, hours, weeks, months, years, ages, yonks, bloody hell, the past. And then it goes like ancient. So this is yonks ago. You didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to worry about whether ghosts can interact with technology. But someone just drew one or told a folk story. It was like, yeah, there used to be a ghost around here, and everyone believed it. Now you're like, take a picture of it. And they go, all right then. And they go, nah, it's just some woman, innit? Security staff were alerted when a motion sensor picked up movement and snapped the sinister image. Adam Lee's the managing director of Limitless Security. Apparently not that secure, is it? Because if a ghost could get in, anyone could get in. We provide security for the building site on Sherborne Street. In the early hours of Tuesday, we had an alert that said the motion sensor captured a woman on the site. It's incredibly strange. I have no idea what it could be, but I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The alert was raised at 1:53 a.m. on August the 18th. They went out straight away and was within minutes. There was no sign of anybody there or no sign of anybody ever being there. Well, it was a building site, so there must have been some fucking sign of people being there, or you hadn't done your job properly. Who dug all these holes and put these JCBs here? You! What do you mean no sign of anyone ever being there? Well, there's not been anyone at this building site for 40 years. You were there yesterday. No sign of anyone ever being there. Fact. Smashed. Next. And final story tonight then. And this one's going to, put a real knob in your shell because there's a tortoise who's dating. Imagine if a tortoise gets a girlfriend before I do. Devastating. Someone said United should go for Castillo and Milo Rashica. Do you mean, is he Wolfsburg? Werder Bremen and Castillo from Arsenal. Up to you. Someone said you're quite funny. I don't know if they're talking to me or talking to the ghost. Who knows? Someone said, oh my God, there were 666 people watching when I was talking about that ghost. Sensational. Someone said vertebrae Akocha. That's good. He don't play centre mid, but he's going vertebrae. I'm not going to be able to remember these. Bray, Okocha. Gotcha. Liver fluke pool. Is that the best you can do, though? Because is a fluke a type of reptile? Does liver fluke pool sound like Liverpool? All of these questions are answered by one word. No. Let's get into this story then. Forlorn, in quotes, tortoise has its own lonely heart's ad as he's desperately seeking love. The owner of a tortoise named Fred will have no Man United central midfielder jokes. Oh, but he's faster than our Fred. Is hoping to find her beloved pet, his very own girlfriend. As she's concerned, the 50-year-old reptile is rather lonely. Now let's search this story for signs and symptoms that it is in fact her that is lonely and not the tortoise, and she's projecting onto the tortoise. Lonely male, 50, seeks female who enjoys digging, eating tomatoes, and taking very long strolls around the garden. It's not exactly your typical lonely heart sad, but then again, Fred isn't your typical lonely heart. 50-year-old Fred isn't a man, but a tortoise. And the quirky advert was penned by his worried owner, Angela Matchett. Angela explained to the Daily Record that she believes her pet is desperate for some company after his own kind. Of his own kind, interesting suggestions there that he's had company of other species kind, Angela, as he constantly wanders around the garden trying to make friends with random shell-shaped objects. Shell-shocked. The full advert, which has been shared on social media, said that Fred needs a hardy female who loves the great outdoors and is used to living in a garden. Pretty much simplifies it, doesn't it? Hi, my name is Fred, I'm 50 and looking for love. Let's replace the word Fred in these adverts for the word Angela, who you can see pictured just there. Hi, my name is Angela. I'm 50 and looking for love. I'm used to the outdoor lifestyle. I love cucumber, lettuce and fruit, and I'm partial to the odd tomato. I'm looking for a like-minded lady who is looking for a new owner, whatever you're into, and isn't into tortoise tables or heat lamps. Please share so I can find a lady friend who is old-fashioned and hardy like me. I'm willing to share my accommodation and possibly my lettuce and cucumber. It's pretty sad, really, isn't it? Pretty sad because Angela is desperate for love and she's filtering those desperate cries through a tortoise of all things. Angela, admit it, you want love. There's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. Right, let's get into our puns then to play us out tonight, because this is what we're all here for. The football reptile puns. I'm going to need a right back, I'm going to need a manager, and I'm going to need a stadium. That's what we're going for today. Roberto Carlos, very good. Di Maria equals snake. Luis Boa Morte, very good. No punnery actually there, it's just his name. Who else we got? Joe, ever been to Blackpool? No, I haven't. But I hear it's, dated. Zlatan Konda, Craig Smith, I see what you're saying there, but it's not offensive, but it's definitely overly sexual, so I'm not going to say it out loud. Juan Sebastian Venom, Nathan Snake, he can play right back. He's going in at right back. Nathan Snake, very good. Slitherpool, very good, very good. Slitherpool, that's good. Better than Live Lucky Pool, whatever the other was. There we go, there's the stadium. Here we go then. Thank you very much for giving me your football reptile puns. Let's go through these. If I can read my own handwriting, because we've had problems with this in the past, get your songs out. This is your Slitherpool FC football reptile puns starting 11. Slitherpool, they play at the Etihad, as in Ada. The manager is Ronald Kumono Dragon. Ronald Kumono Dragon. Get over yourself. We've got Edwin van der Snake at goalkeeper. Right back, we've got Nathan Snake. Maybe the weakest of the lot, but I was pushed at the end. We've got Paolo Maldinasaur, you get that one. We've got Jonathan Terry Dactyl at centre-back. Left-back, we've got Brandon Williams. We've got Vertebrae Brea Kocher at centre-mid alongside our Turtle Vidal. Central attacking mid, and he's on loan, is Felipe Nutinho. Nice bit of Miss Trunchable reference in that one as well. On the right hand side we've got Mo Salamander. Left wing we've got Edin Lizard, and up front another Edin Gecko. That's going to be all from me tonight. Thank you very much for your puns. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully Harry Maguire. Why did I bring it back up? Hopefully everything's fine. We'll see what happens with that one. Again, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your lives. We're going to be back over the weekend for the transfer review, for all sorts of great videos, so make sure you check everything out on Stretford Paddock. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good night.